What's up, guys? It's Peyton. Super excited to come to y'all today with another video. I know it's been a while and we're gonna switch it up a little bit today and do a different kind of video. So for most of you that have watched this channel before, any of you for that matter, I have talked about boots, whether it be Western boots, heritage boots, Pacific Northwest boots, work boots, everything to do with boots. Well, to be honest with you, one reason I haven't been making videos lately is just incredibly busy in life with work, and you know, I have a 6-month-old daughter, which is a blessing, but very busy, very hectic around the household. We're also in the process of moving, which is why if y'all have watched my videos before, you notice my table that I normally use is gone because we have moved it. So now we have the side eating TV dinner tray table. So that's what we're gonna rock with today. So today we're gonna switch gears a little bit. I'm not gonna talk about boots, and the reason I'm not going to is not because I don't love boots, not because I'm not gonna make videos on boots in the future. It's because anytime I come to y'all to talk about something, I actually want to be excited and interested in talking about what I'm talking about that day. Otherwise, I feel like it just doesn't come off as genuine and it feels forced, and I don't want to do that. You know, I want to give you guys a video that I feel like maybe you can gain something from, and if nothing else, it can start a dialogue and we can talk about the content of that video. So I don't want to half do anything, and honestly, I just haven't really been overly excited about boots lately. I still wear them every day. I mean, I still have a boot collection. That is still a passion of mine, but I haven't been overly excited about talking about them. There hasn't been any new video ideas that have really jumped out in my mind that have made me really want to talk about them. So today we're going to switch up to one of my other passions, which is felt hats. Whether it be Western hats, Western shaped hats, I should say, or whether it be just felt in general. I am a absolutely huge fan, passionate wearer, passionate collector of felt, quality felt hats. It's something I've been doing almost as long as I've been doing boots. I got into boots about 8 years ago, and I got into hats, I guess, about 7 years ago. And one thing about me is I didn't ever start making videos on boots until recently. And the reason I didn't do that is because I wanted to truly feel that I had valuable information and insight to bring to you guys and to talk about. You know, there's that old saying, everybody is entitled to their opinion. I don't agree with that at all. I wasn't raised that way. I think you are only entitled to your opinion if you have experience and knowledge to back up the opinion that you hold. So I never wanted to talk to y'all about something until I knew I could at least defend my standpoint on things, whether you agree with me or whether you don't. So we're gonna jump into Western hats today. And today is gonna be about a specific hat, this one to my right. And in my mind, it is the best everyman hat. And what I mean by that is this is, in my mind, the thorough good motto of hats. It just works. It fits well, at least for me. We'll talk about that in a second. I think it has a great finish for the price point it comes in at. I think it has a great feel. I think it's durable. I think it's quality. I think it's something that you are not just throwing your money out the window purchasing when you buy this hat. And you can get it for a very, very reasonable price, because the same way with boots, Western hats, felt hats, whatever you want to call it, they can get very, very expensive very, very quickly. And I'll have plenty of examples of those moving forward in future videos. But today we're going to talk about what I'm considering to be the best everyman, we're going to call it cowboy hat, but Western hat. I'm going to go ahead and throw a disclaimer out there. No, I am not a cowboy. I've never been a cowboy. You know, I've been blue collar since I started working, but that's definitely not a cowboy in any sense of the word. So I wear these hats because I love them. I love the heritage of them. I love the look, the feel, and I love the functionality of them. They truly do serve a purpose. And just like high quality footwear, when you get into high quality hats, it's a rabbit hole that's very hard to get out of. So either way, let's jump into it. So this is a Stetson Corral Western felt hat. It is part of their Buffalo collection. They call it their Buffalo collection because it is made of buffalo wool. All that stuff you see on the buffalo in the winter, that big wool coat, they shed that at a certain time of year. They collect it and then they can make hats out of it, similar to they can with sheep's wool, rabbit hair, rabbit fur, I should say, beaver fur, mink fur, nutria fur, chinchilla fur, so on and so forth. So this is part of their buffalo collection. That being said, we do not have buffalo in North America. They are bison, which is what this is. This is bison wool. But they call it buffalo, I guess, because it rolls off the tongue better. Buffalo collection rolls off the tongue better than bison collection. And it is known by a majority of people to be the American buffalo, the Great Plains buffalo, the Wild West, you know, all that stuff. But it is a bison, a North American bison. This hat, again, it's called the Corral. This is in their silver sand color. It is a 4 5/8 inch cattleman crown with a 4-inch brim. This profile is the 75/40 profile, which is on Stetson's website their most popular profile. That's what it says, at least. So it's got that not completely squared off, but shoveled brim with a light curve on the sides coming up. Very, I think, beautiful lines on this hat. It is a pre-shaped hat, a pre-pressed hat. We will get into that too, versus hand-creased hats. Again, you get into higher quality hats. Most of the time you're talking hand creased, but not always. I mean, Stetson, Larry Mahan, Resistol, all of those offer pre-creased hats in a very high quality. And so do other brands as well, but typically you'll see those being hand creased. So a little bit about it. It has a satin lining. It's got that coppery brown satin lining. It has a very, very nice, and this is one thing about this hat I will say that I was overly impressed with, is the sweatband. It is a 2-inch sweatband, and for those of you that are new to hats, a 2-inch sweatband is very, very common in higher end hats. In the lower end hats, your wools and wool blend hats, stuff like that, or even a lot of rabbit fur felt hats, you'll get a 1 1/2, 1 3/4 inch sweatband. But this is a 2-inch sweatband. The reason that's beneficial, it allows it to sit better on your head more comfortably, and it also grips better on your head and conforms better over time. It's always a plus to have a 2-inch sweatband. And again, all higher quality hats will have that, but you typically don't see it at this price point, which I was very impressed. It has a self-band buckle set, just a silver toned, it's not silver, but a silver toned buckle set that matches the hat. Very classic, very clean profile. And this hat comes in at $170. Shipped to my door, it was $183. Shipping's free on the Stetson website, so you just pay taxes. And it was $183 shipped to my door. It seems to be very resilient. I have not seen any negative reviews on the Buffalo collection about its resiliency to weather. I have been wearing this hat for 2 weeks straight, every single day. Obviously I cannot wear it at work. I have to wear a hard hat, but going to work, coming home from work, going out, doing things around the house, I have had this hat on my head, and it's an exceptionally comfortable hat. It is a round oval, which is the shape of your head here. They also have long oval in other brands. Stetson is primarily round oval. That being said, if you are a long oval, it will take you longer to break this hat in, and it may not be comfortable out of the box. That's something you need to find out for yourself by going and trying on hats. But just giving you the rundown, it is a round oval hat. I have long ovals, I have round ovals. I have one of those heads where it depends on the hat. Some I fit in great, some I don't fit in great on either side of the spectrum. I have worn this hat in the rain twice, and it has not had a single drop get through, and it has not shown any signs of it bothering it. Yet again, I do not have months and years in this hat, but I do have months and years wearing high quality hats, hats that cost substantially more than this hat. And for the price point this comes in at, I'm overly impressed with it. I am so overly impressed with it that I ordered the same hat in black, because again, it's $183, which when I say that's cheap, $183 is not cheap. I mean, the way I was raised, $50 is not cheap. You know what I'm saying? Money matters, and where you spend your money matters. But for a quality felt hat, $183 is very, very low priced. It's just the fact of it. Nowadays, everything costs so much. And these hats are still made in the USA, in Garland, Texas, at Stetson. They're still made by hand with the aid of machines, but they're still made by hand. They're still inspected by hand. They're still made with a certain level of care that is pretty rare to find for $180. So again, I bought one in black. That's how impressed I was with it. Again, cattleman crown, 4-inch brim, 4 5/8 crown. It's just a workhorse of a hat, it seems to be. It's comfortable. That sweatband fits great. Again, 2-inch sweatbands are very, very, in my opinion, almost, once you have a 2-inch sweatband, it's very hard to go back to anything less, because you get so used to that feel of it molding and gripping onto your head. The reason I wanted to review this hat primarily, I have had two, and I have handled many other wool hats that are not bison wool or buffalo wool. They are just normal sheep's wool hats. And those hats do not feel like quality. They feel itchy, and I don't know how, almost like just an old wool sweater that's been worn too much. They don't have a good feel. They feel almost plasticky to me. And I've never, ever liked a wool hat. You know, you can get those for not much cheaper than this. Stetson's 3X and 4X wool hats are going anywhere between $140 and $170, right around the same price. And these hats, in my opinion, are far, far superior in feel, in finish, in the look of them. The feel of this hat is very good. It feels very velvety and smooth for the price point it comes in at and the material it's being made out of. In other words, I think bison wool, buffalo wool is a much better feeling material than sheep's wool. Sorry, my dog's licking her feet. She's driving me crazy. Stop that. And I think also, based off what I've seen, the feel of the hat, and what I've seen other people say about it in many reviews, it is a lot more durable as well. So I'll put the hat on for you guys. So this is the profile of the hat. It's a very classic profile. This is not something crazy out of the box. You know, it's almost got that George Strait silhouette, a little bit narrower in the front, curved on the sides with the swooping brim. I think it's very classic. I think it fits many different scenarios. I think it's got a lot of potential to be a good dinner hat. I think it's got a potential to be a good bar hat. I think it could be a good work hat. I think this hat, it fits a lot of areas. Again, especially at the price point it comes in at. Again, this is Stetson 75/40 profile. 75 being the profile of the brim, 40 being a 4-inch brim. And again, a 4 5/8 crown, which I like because it sits a little deeper on my head. They have many 4 1/4-inch crowns, which is from here to the lowest point in the crown. And when I have a 4 1/4-inch crown, it hits the top of my head and it doesn't let it sit exactly right for me. But again, that's a personal preference thing, the way your head's shaped. That's something you'll have to figure out. There's no way to give recommendations on that. So I am overly impressed with this hat for $180. I would be impressed with this hat for $250. I really would. And I'm gonna show y'all another hat. I'll put the black one on so y'all can see it too. It's kind of dirty. It's got hair on it because of my dogs. Again, exact same hat, just in black. But these two hats are the exact same price. They were both here within 4 days. So I wanted to show y'all a comparison. So this is the Buffalo collection. This is one of my treasured hats that I love very much and that I have had for many years. This is a 200X American Hat Company hat. It's a pure beaver hat. It's incredible in quality in every single way. There's no other way to say it. It is immaculate. It feels incredible. It looks incredible. It's a little different shape. This one was hand shaped. In person, I bought it with an open crown, a flat brim, and they hand shaped it. But if you look at it from a distance, I imagine, unless you're really keen on what you're seeing, and in person, it would be a little more noticeable. And definitely, if you are a hat aficionado, you would recognize it. But just average out at dinner at a restaurant, out at a bar with your friends in a dimly lit room, walking around town, this hat fits the bill if this is your style. Again, the brim is shaped different. That's a preference thing on my part. It's got little harder corners here, a little bit flatter on the front, a little bit higher on the sides, but in general, they're close. This one has a minic crown. This one has a cattleman crown. But for the price difference between these two, this hat is absolutely incredible. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and tell you this hat and this hat are close in quality. They're not, okay? This is a much far and over the moon superior hat. That being said, this hat is incredible for the price it comes in at, and it fits the bill, and I still believe it is quality. Where most $180 hats I believe to be junk. To give you a frame of reference, American Hat Company's lowest quality hat they offer right now is a 10X. They discontinued their 7X. A 10X right now is starting at right around $500. I think you can get the dark colors at $470. This is a 200X. Right now, if you go to the rack and try to get this hat without tax, just straight off the shelf, you're looking at $1,300 for this hat. This is a lifetime hat. This hat will last you a lifetime. You can pass it down. You can get it reblocked, reshaped, new sweatbands sewn in, and it will stay and it will keep going. This hat is not that, but it's not made to be. This is a good hat. It's a workhorse of a hat. It's a good feeling hat. And I think it is absolutely quality, especially quality for the price that you're paying for it. Just for anybody that's curious, this is the American hat on. Again, this is an absolute treasure of mine. I love this hat. It is among my nicest hats. I have two hats that are above this one. I'll talk about them later down the road in other videos, and I will do a review just on this one. But I just wanted to bring it out as a frame of reference as a black hat versus a black hat. I don't have another silver sand color. I have a color close to this, but it's not the same. Those are both black, gives you a better comparison. So either way, guys, again, I know I rambled a little bit. I always do. We do it in one take. I don't script these. I just want to talk to y'all about these hats. Again, this is the Stetson 4X Corral Buffalo Collection, also known and should be known as the American Bison Collection. They are wool, but they're American Bison wool. Great feeling hats, great fitting hats, awesome sweatbands. The sweatbands are a difference maker in these hats. And until you wear hats, it's hard to explain how much a sweatband makes a difference, but it does. And truly, I think this will be a great purchase. They have a lot of different ones in the collection. They have the Corral, the Apache. They have a couple that are in a Gus crown, like that Gus McCrae crown. They have one in a telescope crown. And they also have another one similar profile to this with a 4 1/4 inch brim, a little bit wider, and a 4 1/4 crown, that lower crown. So either way, guys, again, this is not a professional video. It's just me talking to you guys. If y'all want to know more about Stetson hats in particular, two great channels. One of them is Strong Bull, STRONG Bull, BULL. He's an awesome guy, great content, and he primarily reviews Stetson hats and boots. And I think he does a great job. Very short, to the point videos. If I ramble too much for you, he's awesome. He has a review on the Presidente, which is a 100X hat, all the way down to the basic sheep's wool hats. And he does a great job explaining down and dirty what the hat is, profiles, how it fits, how it looks, and you get a good idea of them. Another one is History Nerds Man Cave, who I believe might be the best channel on YouTube. I love that guy. He's incredibly funny, very intelligent, just got a great personality, and he reviews a lot of Stetson hats that are different that you may not see, a lot of bargain Stetson hats. I think the most expensive hat he's ever reviewed on his channel is like right at $300, but he has a lot of different reviews. So if you're into that, go check him out as well. Again, History Nerds Man Cave. Again, thank you guys for watching. Sorry I ramble so much. God bless you. God bless your families. Be safe out there. It's a crazy world we live in. And I'll be back soon with another video. I'm going to be primarily, at least for a while, doing hat videos. I have a lot of hats. I've worn hats for a lot of years, and I feel like I have a lot of insight to offer. We'll get into materials. We'll get into makes and models, different brands, benefits of materials, benefits of making techniques vary by maker, all different kinds of stuff. So I hope y'all tune in the future. Again, God bless you. Y'all be safe out there.